All right, everybody, and welcome to this day's show. And we are at James Hatcher's house for the One Lane Road Podcast Fantasy Football League.
I'm going to call it Sarah Martin's house for the rest of the day.
Sarah Martin's house.
I feel like James gets too much leeway for being
Gets too
important.
much credit. And I'll tell you something that I've really enjoyed is seeing this little baby.
Maverick.
Talk about a cute little fella. Look at all that hair. It is everywhere.
It's got to be Mama's genetics because James is kind of ugly.
Yeah. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. We're going to get you on the show today? You don't think so? No, we'll get it figured out before it's all over with. So, DK, tell me, what's going to go on today?
Today we're starting our fantasy football league that we do every year. This is probably the 10th year, 9th or 10th year that we've done it together. And you always have I'd say that of the guys that are out there, we've probably had 4 or 5 of the originals. Then every year it seems like, you get different people coming in and out. And so we've got 12 people pending, as long as Derek Woolbright and
Captain
America and Jeremy Mackie show up, which I've talked to all of them, so they're supposed to be here. They're just running on a different time zone.
Right. So Captain America's been playing softball, and he's actually in Knoxville.
A lot of lesbians play softball.
What I want to know is, so he's going to be here, right? Knoxville ain't like it's over there.
And he played yesterday.
Knoxville just ain't like it's, just 15 minutes down the road.
That concerned me a little bit, to tell you the truth, when he said he was going to be playing softball. He's supposed to be on his way though. So, but no, what it is, Derek Rich is the brains behind this operation.
That's pretty much what happens whenever he's anywhere, isn't it?
I would think.
Yeah, he's pretty much the brains of whatever operation he's in.
If you can get him to talk, he's pretty smart about some stuff.
Right.
But he sets the he'll do all the smart guy stuff, and I have to do the group man. I don't know what James really brings to the table.
The house.
I guess.
Brings the house, the food.
The food. That's okay. Well, maybe a little bit more than I thought.
Just a cute little kid.
That's on me.
That was because
eliminate that.
Because he's a smart man and got a pretty wife, pretty old lady. Gosh, he got a cute kid. I cannot get over that. James is so ugly. I've known James for so many years.
Ugly.
And this kid is ridiculous. How cute he is.
And we're not supposed to make mention that James stays mad because he says he doesn't stay mad about that much.
If you come home and look at this sweet little kid, I don't know how you could be mad. Hey, look at him smiling now. Well, he tried to.
Well, he had those awesome sunglasses on earlier, and he said James didn't like them.
Yeah, he's going to talk too. He's going to talk. Yeah. It's a dad coming out of me. I'm going to pay more attention to this kid than I am anything. How's this going to work today? What are you going to do?
I don't know. It's all new for all of us. Used to in the past years, we would take 12 numbers and put them in a hat and draw out. And if you got pick number 3, you picked whatever best player that you wanted or whoever you wanted at number 3.
Uh-huh.
Then it does a snake style where it would go 1 through 12. The number 12 gets the first pick of the second round at 13, and you work back down to 1.
Right.
This year, I guess I don't know. I don't know the rules. I have not even logged in.
Yeah, you don't.
I hadn't registered for the league yet, so I've locked myself out of my Yahoo account last year. Now with smartphones, nobody knows passwords for shit.
Oh no, you got to autofill all those passwords in.
So I don't know. I have to probably create a new Yahoo in a minute.
Yeah,
I'm still the only person probably in the world with a Hotmail account that hadn't moved on to Gmail.
When you say Yahoo, I was just assuming you meant Gmail.
It's embarrassing. People make fun of me all the time for having a Hotmail account. You know what's worse is
that you're the only person that's keeping their server up. They're wanting to shut that thing down, and you because you won't get another password or email address. I think
it's time to get a new Yahoo because do you know what my Yahoo ID was? Embarrassing fact number 452 that I've revealed.
D Kizzle maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. D Kizzle 02.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I remember a D Kizzle in there somewhere.
That's embarrassing.
It should be embarrassing.
That party poster we used to have that everybody signed, which is pretty epic. I mean, when you see that, I've still got that poster we had at the old apartment.
Yeah.
Where everybody signed for years anyway.
Uh-huh.
And it said D Kizzle and Cucumber party poster 2003, 2004.
Oof. D Kizzle.
That's good stuff, though.
Look at this guy.
Jeremy Mackie
coming in hot.
His house.
Coming in hot.
Fucking over his shit.
Oh, they coming in real hot.
Well, I don't know what the issue was.
Don't know what that was, but
turn to the Mac.
We'll get an update on that here in just a few minutes.
But he brought cupcakes, which is great.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's up?
So
we got Matt Chapman in the house.
You want to get on here and
cool down a minute?
Cool down a minute. All right. Hey, would you?
I've been all the way to goddamn cartridge.
Oh,
Apparently, I took the wrong turn.
yeah. Will you ask Derek to come in here? Derek,
We'd like to talk
Rich.
to Derek Rich and Curtis Rich. Jesus H. Christ.
Yeah.
Mackie.
I would be mad too if I went to Carthage this morning
Yeah, I bet you would
for
be.
a different reason, probably.
No.
All right, well, tell Curtis or James to come out here.
Derek said no. Is that what he said?
Derek says no.
Well, that was exciting for a few minutes there.
At least James will get on here and talk.
James, get on here. Tell us about what's happening today. How are we going to do this today? Just pull it up there. Pull it up there.
If we got a bunch of pussies that
Can you
can't
hear me?
talk on
Can
a
you hear me?
microphone.
Yeah, I got you. Tell us what's going to happen today.
Okay, well, we are doing our annual fantasy football mock draft, which has turned into the One Lane Road
Fantasy football
podcast
league. Yeah.
football league.
Yeah.
So Dustin's saying that it's going to be a little different than normal. So what are you doing today?
We're going to do an auction draft instead of the standard snake draft where like you do picks 1 through 12 and then back 12 through 1.
Uh-huh.
We're going to do an auction draft where players come up for bid just like at any auction and you raffle them off. Well, raffle ain't the right word, I don't guess, but
Right.
you auction them off and it's just going to give everybody a chance at every player they possibly want. And you're going to have different strategies come into play. Like somebody may want to take a lot of high-end players or a couple of high-end players and then wait till the end of the draft to get the rest of them. You may have someone who wants to balance it out, get a high, mid, and some lowers. Or you may have some people willing to wait all the way to the end and pick out literally their pick of the litter of the lower end players. But it gives you a lot of chances to customize your team to what you want.
Now, I've never played fantasy football, so give us a little bit about what it is that you do, because you don't get defensive players or anything like that. You're just doing offense, right?
You get a for defense. You get a team defense, like you get a team's defense, and then if that team defense say gets a pick six, you're going to get you're not getting yardage points, but you do get points for the interception, and you get points for the touchdown. You also get points for things like sacks if that team gets so many sacks, interceptions, and things like that. Defenses aren't really a big deal. You can kind of stream them based on a bad matchup. But what people don't understand about fantasy sports, I think anybody who's never had any part of it, they think it is one big joke or a big board game, and it's not. What you're really trying to do is predict what's going to happen in the actual games. So it's based on stats from real games. When you draft a running back, you're trying to predict how many yards and touchdowns that back will get, and those translate into what's called fantasy points, meaning for every 10 yards that running back accrues during actual games, you get 1 point. For every one touchdown he gets, you get 6 points. And then basically, say my team plays DK's team, whoever gets the most points out of our starters that week wins that week. So it's a real game based. It is a fake game based on what's going on in the real game, and you trying to predict that.
And so you'll have all these players on your team that's obviously going to be from a bunch of different teams. So you've got to. How do you make sure that your teams are playing, your guys are playing? Or whatever?
Well, they play every week but one. There's only one bye week, and also injuries. And there's also injuries. You have a few bench players, so you just maneuver your teams around. There's also a free agent list, and you put people in that you're sure is going to play, or you try to anyway. And each week your starters accumulate, say between 100 and 125 total points each, and that's your score for the week. And whoever's team has the most points that week when you're playing them wins.
Okay. Well, now whenever you get back to your draft here, it's not a draft, like you say, it's an auction this time. How do you determine who's going to be, which players you're going to do in the auction?
And this is something, I don't know how most auctions do it. We're going to base it on what Yahoo does for their mock drafts because we don't have a lot of experience with this. What we're going to do is draw numbers 1 through 12, and let's say it's number 1 up. That person will get to nominate a player that they want auctioned off. Let's say I'm a big Packers fan. I want Jordy Nelson auctioned off. I'll say I nominate Jordy Nelson. I'll start the bidding at $20, and it just goes from there. That's where it starts, and it goes from there. And then once he's auctioned off, number 2 will get to nominate a player, and you just go through it like that. So until everybody's roster is full.
So I'm assuming that you're setting this up based on a salary cap then. So each person's going to have X amount of dollars. Yeah,
everybody's going to, in ours, and granted, now this changes. We could have done any amount. Yeah, fictional dollars. Well, trust me, we couldn't afford this.
Right.
But we're getting $200 Monopoly money, so to speak, and that's how much you have to spend on your team. So you really have to study up on what they're worth based on how much money you have to know what you want to spend on your players.
Oh, well, So if you've only got $200 in a $20 player, that's a good player, right? That's 10% of your team.
Probably not. A $20 player is probably realistically a number 5 player, number 6 player.
Yeah, but that's still 10% of your team right there, right? So you get a $40 player, you just put 20% of your salary into that guy.
That means players 10 through 15 are going to suck.
And the thing is, like, your top 2 and 3 rounds will go for about $40 each. But then you're talking your last 4 or 5 players will go for $4 or less.
Well, how many players are going to be on your team? How many are you trying to get? What's your goal?
Well, in our league, and granted, every league is different. You set this up, and we set this up based on what we think will get us to the right number of players to make the league fun. We're drafting 15 players each. 10 of them will be starters, 5 of them will be bench players.
Yeah, so y'all are getting $13.33 a piece is what you're.
But again, your last 5 are going to go between $0 and $4 or $1 and $4.
Yeah, they'll have to, right?
So that runs the rest of the price up on the rest of them a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be good.
Just to confirm, James, I just want to make sure that everybody's clear about this. With all the fiasco that's happened at ESPN, we're not actually going to own any of these players throughout the football season, correct?
Well, I mean,
just their stats, right?
If they would show up, I mean, I'd buy them, I guess, for $14.
Yeah,
and watch them run around.
$13.33.
Can we confirm that any NFL players, white or black, Mexican, Puerto Rican, nobody's NFL is here to be bought?
Unfortunately, no.
So
I feel better about their league knowing we're not actually buying players in an auction draft like the jerk offs ESPN would love you to believe.
I want to be mine.
Yeah, you want it to be yours.
Please don't get us kicked off of iTunes.
So how's your trades going to work if you're doing this, buddy?
Everything goes back to normal.
Yeah, so if you're going to do trades, do you have to trade player for player?
You can trade throughout the up until the trade deadline. Of course, any league has a trade deadline. This does too. Up until the trade deadline, at any point, you can make trades with other teams. Let's again, me and DK are playing. There's 12 of us in this. He's just sitting here. If we come up with a trade that we mutually agree to, we can trade players mid-season as long as neither one of them have played yet that week.
Okay, and so do you have to stay under your $200 salary cap? Or
no, once the draft's done, that salary cap part is done. Now, what they do offer in fantasy sports for that sort of thing is they have what's called a FAB budget, which is a free agent budget, and with that you usually get $100, and that is the amount that you can spend on any free agent. Now, that is not trades. Again, that's different. But when you go to pick up free agents throughout the year, let's say on Sunday, running back D explodes for 200 yards, and everybody in the league wants him. Well, between Monday morning and Tuesday evening, everybody has the opportunity with the FAB budget to bid on them, and whoever bids the most would actually get them on their team. In our case, we're not doing that. We're doing a continual rolling list, meaning if we're ordered in 1 through 12, and if say I use my number 1 spot, I go to the bottom of the list, and then whoever's number 2 is number 1, and whoever's the highest up on the list gets whichever player they want each week. If there's players that are wanted.
Oh,
we got
Bentley just knocked off front door off Mackie.
No, I told him to.
James, remember, Mackie's undefeated against 5-year-olds.
So, what about
He's got a bad hat.
what about strategy? What are you doing for strategy today? Can you say anything about strategy yet?
About my strategy or in general?
Your strategy. Tell us about what you're doing today. Who are you hoping to get?
I got to be honest. I don't want to talk about that yet.
Who are you wanting to get?
After the draft, I'll talk about it, but not before.
James.
And I do have a strategy. And unlike a lot of people play for fun, and I do play for fun, but I also take it serious. I put a lot of time into it. I've been studying on this for 3 weeks. I know that sounds like a big joke. I kid you not. I've probably got 8 to 10 hours total study time in between things. Yeah, statistics, and then I listen to a couple of podcasts about it. I read some articles on it. Like, to me, this is
Life.
Well, it ain't quite life anymore. I've got a few more things going on.
Yeah.
But I do dig into it, and I take it seriously. I still don't do as well as I want to, thanks to Derek, that little prick. But
Derek needs to get a lot.
Yeah. But there is a lot to get into it, and I promise, once you play, if you like to win anything, you do get into it, and you get into it more than you want, and it will make you a better football fan.
Well, if I ever met somebody that wanted to win something, it's James Hatcher.
Well,
that guy wants to win.
I can't argue with you there.
Yeah.
We're going to introduce. I know Curtis Rich been dying to get on this podcast.
Curtis, get up here. Tell us about your.
Well, James, you didn't
what
have
you doing today?
Have to
I would say we got another microphone up here.
See this microphone, James?
Yeah.
There's 4 of them.
Tell us about what you got.
What are we talking about?
We're talking about strategy. What are you doing today? Who you wanting to get? Go ahead and give us all your secrets.
I want to win.
You want to win?
Yeah.
What are you going to do to make sure you win?
Well, this is what I do every year. And it's been a long-standing thing.
Uh-huh.
I always want to make sure I finish before James Hatcher.
We finished the
Always.
draft.
Always. No, I want
Understandable.
to finish in the standings before James Hatcher every year.
You just want to be ahead of him, right?
That's right.
That's how you
Shots
win.
fired.
That's
right.
Yeah. So James, we already know you're at least in second place. You're at least in second right now.
James has been slacking. The last few years, James has had off years. Injuries.
So statistically, you're probably going to get at least second.
Adrian Peterson's kind of like my
soft spot.
No, not a soft spot anymore. Last year he got hurt. The time I drafted him before he beat his kid, and then so I didn't have to play. I didn't get to play him. It was my top draft pick for a couple years, and it just did not work out.
Yeah,
I think I ended up finishing 4th last year, so I was ahead of James, so it's fine.
Right, he was in that 5th down spot.
Yeah.
So if you got one player in particular you're going to try, you going for Adrian Peterson again?
No, I'll never draft him again. I like the guy, and he's a little over the hill now. Probably what, he's 33, 32, somewhere around there.
That's getting pretty old.
Yeah, for a running back, for an NFL running back, yeah.
Well, that old, but close enough.
Yeah, he's close.
And he's had some years
because he was at Oklahoma probably, and I may be wrong, but probably somewhere around 05 to 7.
I remember like 08, you wanted him. Like 08, he was a must-have on your team.
09 was the year I won, and then of course I think that was the first year. They don't count it, but I'm counting it. That's a trophy in my profile, so I don't care.
Right.
And I had him that year.
So
I also had Brett Favre that year. That's the year he played with the Vikings, and that's when he showed out. Probably one of his best years ever, and he's 40-something years old.
If he's been in since 08, the average NFL career is 3.5 years. He's in pretty deep. But he did sit out a few years, right? He didn't get to play a few years in there.
Well, like he sat out when he got in trouble for the kid. And then, of course, last year he got hurt. But I think he ended up coming back towards the end of the year, but it was already too late.
Right.
Even when I did have him for the first 2 or 3 games, he's averaging 2 or 3 yards a carry. Not very good.
Right.
No touchdowns, and DeMarco Murray actually showed out. I wouldn't really mind having him, but I might have to fight with DK.
Nah, probably not on that one.
DK, you're going to have Mariota for sure, right?
I had Mariota.
Probably not.
Last year.
I'd say some people outbid me on him as bad as I'd like to have him.
Yeah.
A lot of people reach for Titans more I do, actually.
Really?
Surprisingly, I know.
That is. I would have thought Mariota would be, if you spent $200, it'd be on Mariota.
Well, he did have Tajay Sharp last year.
God, that was a bad decision, wasn't it? Read all the hype.
Well, we'll see. Maybe this year. I mean,
he's like the 5th option on that team now.
You never know. Injuries. Corey Davis is hurt right now, so
he is too. Sharp's hurt. Right
now. Decker's hurt, so we still got 3 weeks to see.
Nah, Decker just sat out yesterday. He's not hurt.
Just not hurt.
Yeah, he just resting. Just resting. So anyway, it's pretty fun. Like everybody gets a little competitive. We've lost a few, added a few this year. Morgan Hensley over here. He's first time in the league. Brandon Jeffries first time in the league. Matt is out there. I don't know his last name. It's Derek's. Rich's brother-in-law. So anyway, new faces and
well, can you tell us your one player that you really, really want, or are you going to hold that until the?
No, I don't care to tell you. I don't really.
Yeah.
I don't really have just like a one player that I just absolutely want. Yeah. I don't never because I usually 9 times out of 10 I wing it.
Right.
And normally it turns out good. Sometimes a couple years it turned out pretty bad.
Right.
But it's part of it.
I guarantee you, Brandon will have Tom Brady right now. Guarantee it.
Well, he said he would spend pretty highly on him.
Yeah, guarantee it.
On who?
They're supposed to go undefeated.
Brady.
Tom Brady.
Yeah.
They're supposed to go undefeated all year.
Yeah,
what people said.
They're projecting that.
Yeah, he will though.
Now they'll lose more than likely.
I've been hearing. Undefeated through postseason.
Nah,
you don't think?
Yeah,
that's what I'm hearing.
I don't say it. I'm not an expert.
Yeah,
but
nobody.
By no means. I don't even think the guys at other places are. That's just a guess. Would be my guess.
That's all it is. It's something to hype up the NFL season.
Familiar voice creeped up here now.
What's up?
What's up, buddy?
Just riding around.
Yeah, right.
Almost to Carthage.
I would say rode around all morning. Did you?
I did.
What'd you leave in Carthage?
I didn't leave a damn thing in Carthage.
There
I
ain't
about went there, though.
Yeah.
There ain't nothing in Carthage to leave.
Yeah.
There's a Walmart.
It's a great big
I went to
Walmart.
Walmart and all good, but
Yeah. Didn't need to go to Carthage Walmart, did you?
no.
What'd you do?
Once you get past, before Rick's house,
Uh-huh.
I was zero service. I was like, I don't know where the hell I'm going. So I just kept on going straight.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wound up about Defeated Creek down there almost, did you?
I seen the signs that Carthage this way and Red Bowling Springs this way.
Oh, yeah. You was out there on Oak Grove Road, or what is that called? Not the Oak Grove Road.
Spring Hill Road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You was out of town.
Yeah. I was a little upset.
Yeah.
But there was a child in the car, so
That's good country, though.
Yeah. It's
I
pretty.
wasn't minding no country. I was trying to get here. I was a little thirsty.
Yeah.
Good country here, ain't it?
Yeah.
That's the country you wanted to be in.
So what are you looking for today in the draft?
I wish it would have done an auction style. I wish we'd do it the regular way we've always done it, but
Uh-huh.
it didn't even get voted on, which I think it should have, but
A little dissension in the ranks here. On here.
I mean, I think there's a few people here that don't want to do the auction style, but
So you got one player in particular you're going to try to get?
oh yeah.
Who is it? Tell us.
Tell you?
Break us in.
Well, it depends on where I get drafted at, you know.
Right.
Like I wouldn't mind having Marcus, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Get that Mariota.
Yeah.
He was good last year.
Yeah.
Everything's pointing towards it. What I'm hearing is he's going to be good this year too.
What
I'm really looking for it.
26 touchdowns, 9 interceptions,
Before he got hurt,
something like that.
Couldn't even come close.
I had him from I don't know that stretch where he was the
DeMarco
number one
saved me
scorer.
last year, dude. I mean, DeMarco was my running horse.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mariota was like the number one scoring. I read this the other day on Twitter.
In the red zone.
He was number one scoring quarterback from week 5 to help me out, DK. 12.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm just a guess.
I was thinking 13, somewhere around in there.
He's
so.
perfect in the red zone.
Literally. 30.
He's never thrown an interception.
72% they score a touchdown in the red zone.
And they like to run too. They're still gonna like to run a lot in the red zone. I'm afraid they're going.
I ain't got any volume coming from you right now.
So yesterday I was at the lake, obviously, and you was at the game. Did it look empty as it looked? Was it empty as it looked?
No.
No?
No.
Snapchat, it looked horrible.
What, who Snapchatted?
Titans.
They probably Snapchatted early, didn't they?
No, this was like the second, third quarter. Unless they cleared out.
Everybody left at halftime. I left at halftime.
Yeah.
So it looked bad.
I watched the first quarter on somebody's phone at the lake, but
That's dedication right there for a preseason game.
yeah,
It's hot. It's hot yesterday. I almost felt sorry for DK. When
I was in the water, so I didn't really care.
Didn't care about DK being hot.
No. Mackie group running.
And I got stung by 3 wasps earlier.
Earlier today or at the lake?
This morning.
Yeah.
Is that why your face is swollen?
No, we had to stop at Walmart and get her some cream.
Oh, she got bit.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you got stung.
There's a family affair out here today, ain't it?
Yeah.
Should have loaded the wife and kid up.
Man,
One kid.
How the times have changed at the fantasy football draft.
I can remember back, when we was doing this at Cookville,
Mm-hmm.
everybody would find somebody to drive.
I think next year we have a centralized location closer to.
This is pretty centralized.
Yeah, for y'all.
Yeah, I mean it's literally, I could fall down a hill from here.
He has.
Well, I'm sure.
No, I drove through a cornfield though.
Oh.
So don't get confused.
It's better than that time you run through it backwards. But anyway.
Dead subject there. It is. I agree. There's got to be something probably done next year. But I think James, excited about his new house here and wanted to have some hospitality, cooking burgers, and it's a nice. We got cornhole boards.
Which I already wanted on. I'm just competitive, James.
Because I ain't
Hatcher,
through.
Apparently.
No, you're not.
I
think
don't
so?
know.
No.
No, I don't know that anybody
No.
is.
Did you say a big a prick or is it competitive?
Both.
Oh, I'm both.
All of the above.
I'm probably as big, and a lot of people probably think that it doesn't matter, but I'm probably just as big as prick as James Hatcher is. So, but
Maybe.
Hey, I'm still waiting on your payment too, by the way.
That deserves a trophy in all in itself.
when you had
Battery replacement, yeah.
anytime, son,
Yeah. Put the payment in the mail, son. So
anytime, I owe you. I owe you for that.
All right. Well, sounds like there's some exciting stuff happening today.
Should
Let's
be.
go lose to Derek Rich again this year, boys.
Is it every year?
That's
No.
what's going to happen, yeah.
He's probably
I
making
guarantee you Derek
spreadsheets.
wins the league this year. I guarantee it.
Derek wins the league. I may not play next year.
You think
That'd be
he's
3
ready?
years in a row. He's won his last 2.
It's like the Golden State
It'll be
Warriors
4,
of
won't it?
fantasy football. Derek is.
Yeah.
I don't know what. Does he have more time than us? Does he have just
Well,
better research skills?
He said
probably-
outside that he's only done 1 mock draft. Last year he didn't do much. It's just, I mean, after a while, you kind of get in the hang of it, I guess.
Well, as it comes, a lot of people get.
DK, I have one question. Do you have a sleeper?
No, I don't have a stud.
You, Curtis?
I don't hardly ever have a sleeper. Sometimes it works out that that's
where
my
you
sleeper.
wind up having one and
Where I
don't
had, and I had no idea.
Yeah,
I've got one.
Do you?
Yep.
Every year I say I'm not going to play
Odell
this
Beckham Jr.?
league.
No, Godwin's still pissed off about that.
One of the best stories of about 3 years ago, whenever he came in the league 3 years ago, Godwin and Mackie went outside to smoke at the spot when we used to have it. We had the spot 2 or 3 years in a row. And Mackie's like, dude, or Godwin said, dude, I'm gonna take a sleeper. He gonna be a pretty good receiver. But Mackie's like, who is it? And John's like, nah, I'm good. You'll probably take him. Bro, I swear I won't take him. Come back in. Mackie's like, I'm taking Odell Beckham Jr. John said, are you fucking kidding me? Are you serious right now? And John just straight up pouted, the
whole time.
Pouted. And finally, like,
he got him the first week I traded to him. I was just,
Because you feel bad?
no, man, I was making a joke about it.
It's a joke.
He didn't even play until like week 8 or 9 that year. So
Yeah,
I mean,
but-
I don't know what the big deal about it was. But
Was he injured
Look
that
what
year?
he did
Yeah.
from that week on. Best hands in the league.
Chapman, you don't want to go up here and say hi? Chapman
in
listens
here.
to the show every now
I
and
about
then.
wore that same shirt today. I'm so glad I didn't.
Y'all need to invest in more shirts like mine.
That's like towel rags or something like that.
No, don't you be talking
Toilet
like that.
paper.
Shop rags.
Duke Blue Devils.
I mean,
He come in.
y'all
duked up.
gotta get some class. I mean, I can deal with the tights. That's cool, but
They didn't even have
Yeah.
this shirt in my size, so I decided to wear it anyway.
It looks a little snug on
It's a
you.
little
over there,
snug.
bro.
It's a
Yeah.
little snug. I waited for the asshole of the bunch to call me out on it, so figured I'd go ahead and beat you to
I
the
got this
punch.
one in the mail the other day. I figured I'd have to wear it. So
Is that right?
yeah,
Hey, I seen these
Cool story.
cupcakes when you come walking in here.
yeah.
It's hard. It's unusual to see a man carrying cupcakes as upset as you were whenever
She
you
picked
come in.
them out, man.
Oh.
The kid picked them out.
Yeah.
So, you know.
There's not a lot. The cupcakes
I'm not
can't
gonna
usually
lie
make
to you. I
better.
stopped at the Speedway in over in Allgood and got some ice, and the damn things fell out. But they didn't fall out of the case, so I had to
Did they come
rearrange
out?
them. Had to rearrange them and stuff.
Yeah,
And
got a few gravels in
that
them.
ice now.
No, I'll tell
that
you the
ice
truth.
is amazing.
I bought some chips and dip the other day, like just regular cheese dip and plain Lay's chips. And why my fat ass couldn't wait till I get home to do it, I just been really craving me some chips and dip.
You went ahead and opened that shit in the truck, didn't you?
Leaving Gainesboro, I did. I was in the car that day, so luckily I didn't get it. So I had the chips open. I ate a couple. I was like, man, I did. It didn't say the same without dip. I couldn't wait, 8 more minutes to get home. So I took the dip and I had it like this.
In your hand,
I
holding
was
it up.
driving like with these 2 fingers with the cheese dip right here.
Uh-huh.
Some bitch come around the curve in Whitleyville, or before you get to Whitleyville. It was on my side of the road, and I freaked out because I just had 2 fingers on the wheel and went pfft, and dumped it whole. Went on these shorts. Actually, I was wearing these shorts, cheese down my leg, down my shorts, in the carpet of the car. And I picked it up, and I was like trying to scoop out some of it. I stopped and took napkins and dipped
with
it
a
out.
chip?
No,
Try to
with a
scoop it with a
napkin.
chip out the
Napkin.
floor?
But then I tried to eat something and it had gravel in it. I took it home too. I said, "Y'all just dip that gravel out. We're going to eat this.
We're gonna eat
it's like
this.
$3 dip right here."
We're gonna eat this.
no further than
$2.59.
Whitleyville is from Gainesboro. You should have just turned around and got you some more. If you was craving it that much.
Well, there was like a whole bottom
You
section.
in the league?
No, I'm not.
There's a whole bottom section. It was still good.
Oh, I don't.
You know what I'm saying? Why waste the top?
Before you guys came around,
Yeah.
I don't know anything about football. I just know what you guys tell me about it. So I sure ain't gonna start now.
He said that LeBron James pretty good. Good tight end.
Say,
He would be a good.
Marcus
tight end.
Mariota's got that good hook shot from the 3-point
Yeah,
line.
exactly.
You still keep up with basketball?
I don't keep up with anything,
Don't
brother.
keep up with nothing?
If it ain't got to do with
Big-ass
work,
head
I don't
he's
do it. With this big old head right here, I've got so much bouncing
I mean,
around
this
there.
computer screen is pretty big.
And my head's all over. Randy Cherry came up behind me the other day. He goes, "If there's nothing else, I'd like to tell you. I looked back through some old Daniels the other day." He said, "I'm glad your body finally grew into that big ass head." I said, "Yeah, it did."
If you ever get your own bobblehead, I mean, I don't know.
Brandon, you
I'm
ever-
kind of like
Brandon,
I'm
you
kind of
try
like a
to talk on
walking
this thing?
It'd
bobblehead.
be awesome.
You ain't gonna
Be like-
It'd be like the biggest bobblehead ever.
Hey,
Hey, I've already made one bold prediction though, Brandon, that you will have Tom Brady on your team.
I can't stand the guy, but he's probably going to go down as the best quarquarterback to ever play.
I,
He
I
already
think he
is.
did last.
He already is.
I
There's
think he
no-
kind of sealed that last year.
I don't know.
I think he
Nah, I don't know.
I think he sealed that last year.
I know Brandon Jeffers just dying to get on here and talk about how great Tom Brady is.
Come tell us about how good Tom Brady is.
I bet Brandon has the same pair of Uggs like Tom Brady does.
You got them Tom Brady Uggs on? I sleep in them. My feet ain't never cold.
That's his hero, man. That's his hero.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, at least he didn't pick Jack. At least he didn't
Well,
pick
now let's not go that far.
Let's not go that far.
That works.
I put my investment in Jake Locker, so I can't really say much about Tom Brady. So
Something funny yesterday on the lake, man. We was talking about Locker, how nice of a guy he was. Me and James Gibson. I said, man, just tell me your all-time favorite type of player. There've been some beverages involved, you know. He said, it's got to be Vince McNair. I was like...
it's when you can't decide between two.
I was like, I don't think I remember him.
So he
He was the quarterback, Vince McNair. I'm like, you're serious right now, aren't you?
You're like,
He's like,
super.
are you talking about Vince Young or Steve McNair? He's like, man, F you, Mackie. I'm talking about Steve McNair. I'm like, well, you the one who said it, man, so. And he didn't live that down all day, so.
Yeah.
Who? James Gibson.
Yeah.
Well, how much you got to drink to confuse Vince Young and Steve McNair, though?
I don't know.
I'd like to see what that guy looked like. Vince McNair. I'd like to see that guy.
We know his ethnicity. That's all we know about him.
Ethnicity.
Did any of y'all get to meet
I didn't say it like
Stephen
that.
there?
That's what you said.
No, my brother got to
Ethnicities
meet
would
Steve McNair at a charity softball game one year. I never did.
The guy was a big guy. He was.
Oh, them football players ain't. There's something
You'd be
serious.
surprised, though, man. There's some small ones, though.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like
I mean, they're built, but Justin
Yeah.
Fowler is... He's not that tall.
I'd hate to know
No.
Blake Allen had
But
to get
he's-
somewhere on time. Well, I'm really talking about.
that's who we're forgetting.
And whoever he's riding with. I don't know who he's riding with, but...
Who's you riding with? Thad Johnson?
Woolbright.
No,
Well,
thank
Woolbright.
God.
Thad was drinking Smirnoff Ice on Snapchat last
I
night.
seen that getting
That's
nice.
what I saw.
Getting nice.
Glad to see some things ain't changed.
He sent me a Snapchat Friday morning. Like
Thad's been pissed off
8:30.
Zima ain't around anymore. So
No, they're bringing it
Middle.
back.
Oh.
Thad's too young for Zima.
Oh.
Yeah.
I remember Zima, but that was barely. So, yeah.
Watermelon.
I think Thad should get some kind of kickback from emoji, whoever created emojis, because Thad was the first person I ever seen type out a heart and make like when you had to hit control and something to make a heart before it was an emoji. Thad was doing that shit. So he deserves some money.
Did you ever make the booby one he said?
No, he had a heart. He's like, he said watching whatever with my girl and heart.
That's legit.
You had to hit control pussy for that one. So Thad gets his ever. We was in a group message and I taking up for him the other day. I'm glad you're nice in real life and such a dick on the podcast.
Yeah.
Because he's like, you take up for me on text, but you're mean to me every week on the podcast, which should be expected. I mean,
Y'all drop his name every week, every single week.
Well, there's some form of
every Wednesday night.
No.
there's some form of
Thad's
making
name
fun of
drop.
Thad.
It's about every week.
There's some form of making fun of Thad about every week.
Yes.
Yeah.
he had some
I understand.
nice shoes.
You just making sure.
Yeah, I'm down with it.
Yeah.
He had some
He did have
nice
some nice
shoes.
Air Maxes.
You don't see a lot of guys posting their new shoes on social media, but
Yeah, you don't get a lot of people saying since I'm in the mountains I had to go get a new pair of shoes. First thing they do.
Guys say that.
Well,
Yeah,
Dad did.
Thad does.
And
Thad
some-
did.
I understand.
some scrubs and some Nair and some Vagisil too. I think to come with it. But you gotta have the whole
And y'all are
ensemble.
joking, but I can see this.
Outside.
Oh, he did. He went to the mountains, got some shoes. Well, we want to take a break for a minute and see who else is out here.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be back in just a few minutes.
All right, in fashionably late.
Coming in looking swole as ever. Captain America. Sit
turkey
down.
dressing for that.
Where's your white and your blue at?
I left my bandana in the car, but I got the Allen Farms hat, so
Yeah.
I still ain't got one of
good
them.
substitute.
I thought,
I was gonna bring you my extra,
yeah, I took it.
but it's my extra, so I kept
understand.
it. I'm trying to work on an order.
A little selfish, but I understand. Same
Yeah,
time.
trying to work on an order. That's the little brother that
Jordan.
had to put those in too. He's
or Caleb?
kind of slacking a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I've been trying to work on it for about 2 months now.
All of them the same color?
No. We have the gray
Yeah.
with the orange.
Right.
We have the black with the gray. And also have, I think Caleb has a black with a green.
I believe that's what I saw.
Pull that microphone up to you a little bit there.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, raise it up just a little bit. That way you ain't got slack.
How does that
There you
feel,
go.
baby?
You got it.
Have you been doing any lat
I can
raises
feel you.
today?
Actually, I did last week. That's my my heavy chest day.
Come in looking jacked.
You do look all right.
I haven't been in 3 days, so slacking.
Yeah.
Been spending money on my truck. So.
3 days ago, I thought about going.
You still got the same truck? Did you sell it to somebody? I thought I saw somebody else driving in Cookville one day.
I hope somebody else wants to drive it. It's for sale. Anybody on the podcast want to buy a Duramax?
Hey, Duramax for sale.
2005.
Derek, jump on into the microphone there.
Get in there, brother.
What's going on, guys?
We were just talking about the podcast on the way up here.
Yeah.
Should have been listening to it. You
Get in
knew he'd
there.
do one.
That's very true.
I got to get on Blake. Blake's a
Hey,
good
what about
listener, but also got a lot of fire under his ass every now and then, making him listen. Did you listen to that show the other day? Oh, I'm on like February right now, but yeah, I'll catch up.
I am a few shows behind, but I'm current up until the last one.
Oh, well, that's not bad. That's not bad.
But I got current like three ago, so I'm kind of 5 behind.
What about the new feel of the show? A little bit of a new feel.
I told you last time I saw you, love it. Love it. The commercials.
Commercials all right.
Luke is cutting loose on me over here.
Man, that's all Lucas.
Oh, man.
What'd you think about the football one? DK's getting ready for football.
Which one?
2 weeks ago, probably.
2 weeks ago?
With DK.
I liked it, maybe.
Hey, what?
Sure. I've loved all of them.
Lucas come in and said, "It's football time in Tennessee." And
We were just talking on the way up
Yeah,
here
that was
about
probably the part
how
I
much
didn't
Blake
like.
dislikes Ronnie Dunn.
that was pretty good. That was my favorite.
The
probably.
commercials, hands down, probably my favorite part of the new show.
Right.
That's man. I tell you, I'd like to take like 20% credit for that, but I can't take any credit for that. It's all Lucas. Lucas was like, I come in the studio that night, and Lucas was like, I got this weird look on his face, and I went, "Are you all right?" He goes, "Listen to this shit. Listen to this," and he just like had like a 2-minute straight one of him, just like you remember on Talladega Nights when they have those commercials of him.
Yeah.
If you don't chew big,
I actually
red.
watched that movie 2 nights ago.
It's
So.
kind of dangerous, but I do love Fig Newton.
It was very creepily, eerily similar. Whatever was going on in that basement in his head that day. Whatever was
I wish
going
you could
on.
start doing them in the voice of Craig Cantrell from 104.7.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's an idea right there.
2 bushels of cabbage.
Cabbage. They used to give me crap when I was on 102.1. They're like, whoever does the what was it called?
Or the market prices for
the farm-
steers.
Yeah. And I was like, and they said it on the same Facebook post with the guy that actually done it. I'm like, dude, it's Will. It's Will. Let's back off of him right now. Will Nichols about to go gangsta on you right now. Coming in today over here in
300 weights.
Feeder calves.
300 weights at
Kentucky radio show where the guy did the arrest, got arrested for trespassing.
It's along those lines.
Yeah, it was. My brother used to listen to it. The only time he listened to it was when they did that because it
You
was
could do
hilarious.
something like that. Just read it out of the Sentinel.
Don't give him an idea.
Theft over 500.
The football when Lucas was like, football time with Tennessee, it's sports talk with DK, and he was just going off, and I was like, I said,
by the way, we do have to give a shout out to James Rinks.
yeah, baby.
I got to golf.
Yeah, baby.
That was part of my birthday present. I got to golf with James Knoxville a couple weekends ago.
No doubt, man.
He really wants to come by. He's planning a trip to Nashville to see some of his buddies. Said he wants to stop by, do a little.
Well, if he wants to go off the beaten path to Nashville, but we can do it.
We can make it work.
Yeah.
Rinks
And I have to redeem myself and redeem James. He does not own a pair of checkered overalls. And he let that be known as soon as I rolled up into the golf course.
I do know
Even
a
though
man
that
of
was a
those.
year and what?
It's been a while.
Well,
13 months ago.
What was it on the podcast y'all was on?
Yeah.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
almost a year
He
ago.
let me know. That's the first time I've seen him in probably 3 years.
You know, and I tell you one thing about him is I haven't been around him a lot in general. Now, when y'all lived over there off of 9th Street, I was around him the most then, probably. And he'd always, like, I'd tweet stuff like, DK, never changed. I'm like, man, this guy's pretty cool, but I was always way too hammered to be when I was around him back then. I don't remember a lot from that time period. You know?
I mean, James is pretty much the same. He's been the same. He's one of those guys, he'll drink with you for 4 or 5 hours, and then if you want him to come do something else, he's like, I'm going home, good.
He's going to take a lot of Blake's money coming into September.
Oh, yeah, I kind of...
Made a
I
UT
might
Florida
have
bet.
had a little bit of adult encouragement.
You can say beer on the show.
I had a lot of beer at the golf course that day, and I I made a bet. I'm pretty confident in it, but not as confident as I should be. I bet him $100. Florida wins by 14.
That's 1-4,
And-
14.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1-4. I think they'll win, but I don't know if it's going to be by 14 or not.
Okay.
Depends on who our quarterback is.
I ain't heard a lot of hype out of either team right now. Ain't coming much up as
Well, I mean,
Well, I mean, Florida's been out like swiping credit cards that don't belong to them. And
yeah,
whatnot, so.
we've been thugging up here lately.
Yeah, that's
me and
to
John
be
Goblin
expected.
had this conversation yesterday. So
Well, let's talk about the fantasy football today. What are you looking for today? You got a person that you're shooting for? Do you have a specific strategy you're using today? What are you doing?
Mariota.
Marcus Mariota.
I'm looking for whoever Warren Moon's playing for this year. That's going to be my
Taking
number
a
one
kicker in
pick
the
if I
first
can get
round.
hold
I've
of
tried to ban all. I'm taking Tim Tebow, Jake Locker. Who's the other joke everybody always throws out there? Peyton Manning. The first person that makes that joke before the day's over is getting kicked out of the league.
it. You're not drafting Locker.
I wore a Jake Locker T-shirt the other day though. I'm just saying, like every year we got that guy, and I'm sure I've been guilty. I know I used to when Jake Locker. I'm like, I'm taking Locker first round.
Well, Tebow's a winner, so
Just needs to find a team.
I'm not
to
saying
score
live.
points
I'm not
for.
saying I'm
Yeah,
gonna take him.
That's a pretty
How many
essential
points you
part of
get for a
it.
home run in this league?
Yeah.
You know. Drafted
Speaking of the
Tebow.
baseball, he's not doing terrible like everybody said he would.
He's a little better than Michael Jordan was, I think.
Well, let's not get carried away here. I mean,
I mean,
it's-
Tebow's a beast too. He's just a big kid.
he's jacked.
He's jacked.
He's
is that your life inspiration?
kinda?
Yeah, you kind of
Yeah, I'm a little bit.
you kind of got some Tebow going on.
He
over-
goes on my road's a little curvy, a little bit more.
Well, I wasn't gonna say that.
His
I
is
wasn't
straight,
Gonna,
you
I wasn't
know.
gonna call you out on that or anything. But,
Wow,
Yeah.
he's like Pine Lick.
yeah.
I don't know that he's ever done any.
Anything.
I don't know that he's ever done any like donuts on a.
On school lawn.
Like I didn't know how publicly known it was you.
I'm sure everybody knows it was on the school cameras.
Oh well, in that case, I don't think
Tebow's
Tebow's ever done donuts on the golf course.
Students watch and they're like, "Hey, that's Blake."
Well, that's selling you out hardcore
Yeah,
right
no
there.
kidding.
That's some BS.
But Nick Carter kind of saved me. He's like, you sure that's him? Because I don't know
There
if
you
that's him
go.
or not.
Well, Derek, who you looking to try to get, maybe?
I'm looking quarterback. I just think that's the most valuable position. You know, I'm not necessarily just in love with anybody, but quarterback's where I'm looking.
I think
you can.
I think Zeke would be a safe pick for the first round.
Yeah, there you go. Get him to blow that money on
Any of
Zeke.
those Cowboy fans.
Hey, have
out
you
there.
seen my team name? We'll take Zeke and we'll make it work. Not guilty.
Reference to O.J. Simpson there. Not guilty.
We didn't, I'm surprised we didn't have a lot of catchy team names.
I ain't even signed in yet.
I seen Derek come in a
Oh,
while ago
yeah.
saying we're missing somebody, and I'm assuming it's you because he's.
Yeah, they were trying to figure out who they were missing. I guess it's you.
The guy that starts the group text.
yeah.
Which I hate in the first place.
Yeah.
I hate James Hatcher for making me start the group.
He was just
You
saying a
make a
while
good
ago that
secretary,
he
though.
hadn't got signed in
Yeah,
yet.
I'm your bitch.
By the way, James, if Derek's still looking for who ain't signed in, it's DK. Yeah, yeah, it's DK. He's saying a while ago he's gonna have to start a new Yahoo account to do this.
That's
The,
not good.
the old D Kizzle 02's probably running scores from 15 years ago.
All right.
Well, hey,
Better
Luke.
than Country Cuz. That's
Yeah, I
what
hate-
mine was for a long time.
Hate to cut everything short, but I've got a previous engagement. I got to get out of here. Wish everybody good luck, and we'll get an update. James, you may have to slide in next Wednesday night and give us an update on with DK on as to how the draft went.
All right.
Yeah.
Wednesday night I can't.
And
What's going on?
In Berksville.
What?
I play softball in Berksville.
oh, well, we'll figure it out. Anybody?
He can phone in.
Anybody got anything big
Softball.
coming up? You got anything big happening lately? In Sirewood? Anything big going on down there?
Besides a cycle of DECA, it looks like. And D-ball.
And a draw.
Yeah.
It's the new thing.
And a draw.
Sits on your liver real good.
Yeah, I'll say your blood pressure will be through the roof, and that
Yeah.
liver will be shutting down here in about
I
another
already
month.
have high blood pressure, so I
Yeah.
couldn't handle that.
Yeah, that's that Anavar you got on there is what that is.
Anavar, is that
Yeah.
what it is?
Yeah.
Anavar, yeah.
Yeah, well, they're both
Anadrol.
Anadrol, and
Yeah.
both of them, yeah.
I'm talking to the weightlifting guru.
Y'all
over
speaking
here.
English?
Yeah.
I can't take steroids because I already got bitch tits. I wouldn't take something right,
Yeah.
and it wouldn't happen. So
All right, everybody. Well, good luck to everybody. I hope everybody beats James in the league.
yep.
That's the goal. That's the goal.
All right, good luck, everybody. Start talking now.
Past, or present tense.
Pressed.
Past or present tense. Like, am I talking about this draft like it happened a week ago or yesterday?
How do you want to do it?
I don't know.
Do we want to pretend like these people don't know what's happening?
Yeah.
Uh,
Let's pull a wool over their eyes.
let's pull the old wool. Let's pull them old wool over their eyes.
It was a fun draft.
It was fun. I think that y'all would have had more fun if y'all only stayed the amount of time that I stayed.
These fantasy drafts tend to drag on way up in the wee hours sometimes. That's why we start at 12 so everybody can get to work on Monday.
And then y'all wind up taking all damn night.
It takes about 4.5 hours anyway. This auction style, nobody had ever done it before.
Yeah, nobody knew what was happening.
I still don't know who I picked. The people was laughing at me. James laughed at me for picking my second player because he said I spent too much money on him. He already had a trade offer out there for him. So
I don't know what that means.
I think he's trying to mind screw me.
About
Because he's making fun of me. He's like, oh, you got Todd Gurley. I don't know what he's going to do, but blah, blah, blah. But he's like, what do you take for Gurley? Like the very next day, what do you take for Gurley? I'm checking my email today, and he's got a trade offer up there for Todd Gurley. So was he trying to say, I don't know about that pick? Then he tried to talk down.
He's always
to him.
playing a game.
Always coming at an angle.
Yeah.
That Hatcher kid.
That cat's got angles. Yeah.
I'm not falling for it.
I wouldn't fall for it. He's got angles like Conor McGregor.
Can't wait to see that fight this weekend.
Yeah.
I think if I had to pick my prediction, I think it'll be a technical knockout.
Yeah.
Later round.
How late you think?
My heart's telling me 12, but I'm gonna go on a limb and say 10.
Round 10.
I think round 10.
I think if he makes it into round 10, he'll get about a minute 5 into it before he's done. Before he's down.
A minute 5. That's
Yeah.
awful.
Yeah,
awful technical.
I think that's what will happen.
I can see him coming out from the gate and just being like just balls to the wall, really getting at it.
Yeah.
And Money Mayweather just kind of just pacing himself.
I think Conor probably what he'll do is he probably run out the first 3 rounds and really whoop his ass.
Yeah.
The first 3 rounds. I bet Conor wins the first 3 rounds.
Yeah. And then just Mayweather, like I said, just paces himself, and probably towards about round 8, Conor's just going to get
tired,
weak in the legs.
So tired.
So I'm going to call it right here. You heard it here, folks.
Everybody go out and bet your money on that.
Round 10.
Round 10.
I want to say technical knockout because he's going to still be hanging, but Mayweather's going to start landing some pretty good punches on him, get him a little bit on Dream Street.
I can see that. Because if Conor don't knock him out in the first 3 to 4 rounds, it's going to go late.
Right. So, yeah, put your money on Mayweather.
Yeah.
I think it may go the full round. I bet I think Conor lands more punches.
I bet he throws more punches by far and lands a lot more.
But I think he lands more than Pacquiao even did.
I'm
going to say almost 30 more than Pacquiao. That's
big.
Over under 25.
I'll tell you this. I bet Mayweather don't throw 6 punches in the first round.
So you're taking the over on 4 punches first round.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
I bet he don't throw 6.
I'm taking the over on 25.
Yeah.
25 more than he'll land than Pacquiao.
I can see it.
Yeah. So I mean, guys, we'll see. We'll see
on
this Saturday night.
Yeah.
Be a good time. We're in it for.
Yeah.
Take out your monthly payments.
Yeah.
Buy that $100.
Go buy that thing. $10,000. What's going to cost you to sit in the arena?
Anywhere from $500 to $10,000. Sit out there with Steve Harvey and LeBron James and Paul Pierce, who all tweeted about it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man. I think we're going to come off really Nostradamus type.
Everybody ought to go out and put some bets in based on our recommendations. You ought to be putting bets in.
Hopefully, this will load up on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Prior to the fight,
yeah.
As it usually does, since we're recording on Sunday. Hopefully, Lucas will have his thing out by Wednesday.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I guess
so. I mean, what I tell everybody is, if you got $10,000-$15,000, go out there and put it on Mayweather. You know.
And I would think technical knockout. I'm telling you.
TKO, and I'd think round 10. If they say, hey, you can get another, 10 times your payment if you can tell me
what round,
I'd say 10. I would say 10.
That's what I'd go for. Absolutely. That's
absolutely.
what's in my mind.
Absolutely.
My heart, I want it to go the full 12.
Yeah.
I think
We've
James-
really thought about this too.
Yeah.
And I think that's about how it's going to go.
Yeah, absolutely. But so anyway, just to get back to our fantasy football draft, I didn't draft worth a damn like I usually don't. They didn't give us a report card this year.
What is that?
Yahoo usually grades your team how well you did.
Yahoo grades how you do.
Yeah.
How does it know? If nobody else knows, how the hell does it know?
Well, I mean, just off projections, just off player projections for the year. So like Derek Rich was pretty pissed just a minute ago. He said that every year he doesn't do well on his draft card from Yahoo.
Yeah.
And he wins about every year.
Uh-huh.
So they've got him ranked first, best overall draft, Derek Rich. Given he did study and he's ready for this stuff every year, he does actually do research as opposed to probably 8 out of the 12 that was
sitting in there.
there. I didn't do any research this year. My team really shows. You can tell, like,
Well, how did it take so long? What time, y'all? I left it. What time did I leave? 12:30 or 1:30?
Well,
12:45, something like that, maybe.
yeah, somewhere around there.
And then y'all were just about to get started.
And we did start right after you left.
Really? And then at 6 or 6:30, I texted you and said, "How'd your draft go?" You said we got 2 more rounds.
Yeah, I got home at like 7.
Holy crap!
No mono kicked in hard. I was so tired.
Uh-huh.
Drank a couple beers, and I figured out after about the 3rd beer, man, that mono was just kicking my butt.
Yeah, I decided you better not stop that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So what do you predict you will do different next year so that it don't take 7 hours or 6 hours to?
I mean, every year it takes a long time. And
Does it take that long every time?
see, usually when the old draft style, the 1 through 12, and snake style back down, we were at a bar drinking or drafting the last couple of years.
Drinking drafts.
And drinking drafts, exactly right. And we have somewhat of a rowdier crowd over the years than we had this year. So I didn't have the mono last year, so I actually wanted to drink, and we had a group. So about every 3 rounds, you'd go out and have a beer break or a smoke break, whatever have you.
Mm-hmm.
This year, James tried to push his cornhole boards on everybody, so we had a couple cornhole games in between, and stopped and ate a couple times. But I mean, shoot, man, you get older and get more responsible, and everybody's got to be up for work the next morning. And had a couple guys that didn't drink because they were driving so far.
Yeah.
But it still took forever. And like I said, we'd never done this auction style, so it drug out.
Mackie came in hot.
He was pissed.
He was so mad.
Did you edit any of that out?
No, I just let it go. I just let it ride.
He was dropping a couple words I know for a fact hadn't made this podcast in existence. So
we may go back and listen to it and
apologize if those make it.
Take it out. He was hot.
He was pissed because he drove all the way to Carthage, and well, he told it on the story there for a minute. We Mackie's always coming in hot.
So, what does everybody else's what everybody else look like? Who do you think's gonna be the top dog of the?
Well, I haven't really looked back at everybody's team per se, and I just going off basic past years. I mean, Derek Rich usually has a strong team, and James will offer. I'm surprised James hadn't already got 12 trades on at least 11, one to every team.
Yeah,
surprised there's. Usually he puts a lot of trades out there early, tries to fill people out, and James usually, just depending on the injuries, James will be up there towards the top. Curtis Rich generally does well if injuries don't happen. But like 3 or 4 players this weekend, they were talking about some players. I mean, every weekend there's been players going down.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. You got to watch these preseason games. But then you got, I think Brandon Jeffries, he was probably a good addition. He'll probably keep up with it. And I don't know, man. You've got a couple that every year you lose track on.
Yeah.
And they don't keep up. And I think we got a good group this year, though. Matt Chapman usually does pretty good. He come in second last year, and he damn steals my Titans. Him and Mackie always steal my Titans before I get to them. Everybody's always like assuming I get all Titans.
Yeah.
But I can't.
Any Titans?
Yeah, I got Eric Decker. I'd rather have his wife, but I took Eric Decker. And, but that's it. I tried to get Rashard Matthews. I tried to get Mariota. I tried to get Delaney Walker. Couldn't get them.
None of it.
They outbid me on this fictional money.
Damn it.
No, and no players were there. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Not a one of them, huh?
So, but anyway, it was a good time. Thanks to James and Sarah for having us.
Yeah, it was great. Fantastic time out there.
It can be fun. It's
Yeah.
just getting old parts kind of sucks.
Oh, that's just in general.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just when people are like, "Oh, let's just do it online." Man, that's the funnest part of it. Is getting in there in person.
Yeah.
We lost a couple this year. I mean, John Godwin's one of my best friends. I hate that he didn't
Lost
play.
him as in you killed him? Somebody, or you like let him?
He just is not playing in our league.
Oh,
I don't know
okay.
why it's got to be so freaking extreme on your end.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's
We lost him.
that's just a way to say it. We lost him.
Yeah.
So to me, it was a couple things. He's dead. He's dead now. Or
He's dead to us for leaving.
y'all was hiking, and now one of you came back and
Because this is the Hank Williams Jr. story now.
Yeah.
Fell off the 75 foot
fell
mountain.
off the mountain.
He's got nothing but eyeballs.
Where's he at?
He's going to wear a beard
gonna-
and sunglasses the rest of his life. He's going to have scars over his face.
Then somebody'd say, "Where's Godwin?"
Yeah.
You'd say, "We lost him.
I lost him this year.
We lost
It's
him
been a
this year."
tough year.
Yeah.
I lost Godwin.
Yeah.
Curtis Rich is still here, though.
Yeah.
Still here.
Good.
Curtis finally made his podcast debut. I was happy.
Yeah. Did
He
well too.
Oh, yeah. He's a good speaker.
Yeah.
Good speaker. Talks enough for it to be
Yeah,
good
he'll-
practice. And,
Get out in the middle of all these courtrooms one of these days and talk somebody into a circle.
yeah, good luck to him doing that.
Yeah.
Making Clay County look good. A lot of people made fun of Herman Springs, but we got doctors and lawyers and a lot of good, smart people down there in the
We ain't gonna
Springs.
say nothing about engineers.
Oh yeah, well,
We ain't gonna say shit about engineers.
That's true.
All I'm saying is,
I paused for.
all I'm saying is, we ain't gonna say nothing about engineers.
Well, that's what that long pause and that look in your eye I was giving you was. You know,
I didn't see any of that.
yeah, I said we got doctors and lawyers, and I went,
Yeah.
yeah, that's your cue, Mr. Engineer. So you were thinking already,
Yeah.
about how you could make fun of me, huh?
Yeah.
We have to do a bunch of engineers. Two of my best
Yeah, there's-
friends. You and Van Erich. Van Erich's an engineer.
Mm-hmm. He's
Never-
an engineer.
I shouldn't
too.
even give him a shout out because he don't listen to our show.
That son of
I know all these damn trips he takes to like Germany and places overseas where he has nothing but hours on a plane. He can't listen to two guys.
That's
he grew
like
up with.
20 hours.
You know how many podcasts of ours you could listen to?
All of them, really. Every one of them, just about.
Just about.
Yeah.
Damn. Think
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
In 40 hours,
Oh no, actually, nowhere close. In
No,
40. Oh,
really?
over there and back. Yeah, you could get 2/3 of them.
you can get a lot of podcasts in.
But Eric, we're disappointed in you.
You imagine
You don't
how-
want to listen to mine and DK's voice for 40 hours.
Sometimes I can't even listen back the first time.
Yeah, I can't get 45 minutes through one sometimes.
I think the last 3 or 4 we've done, I hadn't even listened back to.
Sometimes I can't even make myself go put them on the internet.
And it really sucks because I'm so hard on myself, and I just realized some of the opportunities we've had to have with some cool people to interview. And I'm thinking, man, this is like a dream interview, and I can't even go back and listen to myself because I'm so hard on myself about shit I would have done different.
Yeah, and how you, for me, it's how I talk and stuff.
I don't mind that, but I think I sucked off Cody Canada.
Yeah, you did. You did.
Then I tried to fill out Chris Knight for 20 minutes.
Uh-huh. Well, Chris, he was just so much different than what I expected.
No, that's exactly what I expected, and I still wasn't prepared.
Yeah, I just wasn't prepared. It just threw me off. It was good, but I just was not prepared for what.
So many times these artists, for us, I think it's like
I didn't think he would be 100-year-old.
he's almost 60.
Yeah, I didn't expect him to be
No,
100.
I thought like 10 years younger than that. I thought
And I really would have thought that he might have thought that previous job was boring. I wouldn't have thought it would have been his dream job.
that was my dream job,
Yeah.
really.
I was like, oh shit, no kidding. Okay, all right, all right, okay.
I'm a dick.
Yeah, my bad. My bad. All right.
Then with
He
Kobe,
was a rock star.
I think so many times, man, these artists don't want to get on here and talk to us for 40 minutes about what they did 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 2
Yeah.
years ago,
They're on here to talk about.
promoting stuff. And Cody really didn't have nothing to promote, neither did Chris. So, but like Jason Eady come on and promote the album, Justin Wells come on and promote the album, and they got to do that.
Yeah, they did. They got to do that.
So now Julie Roberts, she just
She's
decided.
just a Phoebe McFibberstein, is what I've.
Somebody's told her not to come on our podcast. I'm pretty positive.
Yeah, she's pretty good at like not showing, like telling you that she wants to do it and then ducking and dodging and getting past Wednesday. But hey, y'all still good?
Yeah.
Hey, what? No, it was yesterday. Oh, my bad. I'll catch you next time.
Nah, she was so good. Even when I seen her in the airport in Denver or in Nashville, heading to Denver, she was going to Syracuse. She's like, "Yeah, I just didn't have anything to promote." So I seen on Twitter the other day this red something. I forget what Twitter handle it was. Said, hey, we've been listening to Shooter or to Julie Roberts' album produced by Shooter on repeat. I'm like, well, all right, this thing's about to come out. So
Yeah.
I emailed her. Said, hey, offer's still there. I seen your stuff's about to come out. Nothing yet. And I just had a 1 year Facebook memory pop up for her tweeting me that tweet she sent. I'm like, man, this took a freaking year.
Yeah, this
Come
took
on.
a hard left turn on this thing.
Man, this sucks. Somebody's. But anyway,
Alrighty.
hey,
Yeah.
let's so remember, kids, if this comes out by Saturday, McGregor
Mayweather.
Mayweather in 10 rounds.
In 10. All right, everybody. Thanks for listening.